In this video, I'm going to explain to you how you should properly draw your trend line in your chart. Well, before we go deep dive in the materials, I'm Alex, your technical analyst from FundYourFX, and let's go straight to the materials. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to discuss about the art of drawing trend lines. Draw, trade, and wins. Let's go straight to the main topic. What is trend line? Well, a trend line is a straight line connecting at least two major swing high or lows to show trend direction. This is trend line, okay? Connecting more than two, at least 2 points. First one is the first low, second one is the higher low, and then the third one is the next move. Okay, at least we have to connect at least two lows for the trend line to be valid for the bullish trend line. If you are asking for the bearish trend line, you have to draw on the minimum of two highs. Then let's go to why use trend lines. Well, trend lines can be used as the support or resistance, same case like you are, well, having your moving averages in your chart, and also as our signal for potential trend reversal. And also trend lines can be used as, first, show trend direction clearly. The second one is to identify dynamic support and resistance. And third one is to spot trade opportunity with better timings. Next slide is key rules. This is the key important things that you need to know to draw a trend line. The first one, connect the major swing point only. If you are looking on the chart, there's likely the potential of minor movement or small reaction in the primary trend or in the secondary trend. You have to skip that kind of structure, because if you are connecting to the minor swing, you will be getting the minor trend line. If you are connecting the major swing, you are going to be connecting to the major trend, not the minor trend. That's the point for the number one. On the number two, for bear trend line, connect two peak. For the bear trend line, connects the peaks or high. For the bull trend line, connect the trough or low. Should be like this. Let me draw it for you. Okay, for the bear trend line, this is the bear trend line. You should be connecting to here. Okay, the highs, not the low like this. That's wrong. Okay, then for the bull trend line, you need to connect to the trough or the low like this. Should be connecting like this. Okay, this is the low, and then this is the low, not on the high. This is wrong. Okay, and then let's go to the fourth point, is the at least two swing needed to draw. Okay, like this. We need two swing. The first one, okay, and the second one. At the number 5, we have respect price action. Do not force it. Well, if you are seeing the price, well, maybe break out or make a false break in the trend line or structure or on the trend line itself, do not adjust it. Or if you have to adjust it, you have to adjust it. I'm going to discuss this in the future slide. Okay, and number 6 is to extend the line forward for the future analysis. You have to make sure that you are really going to extend the trend line itself, the line itself, to project your next support or the next potential resistance. Should be like this. Okay, well, literally you doesn't want to draw the trend line only like this short one. You have to extend to the as far as you can. Okay, that's the main point. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Let's go to the next slide. The next slide is this is the example of the correct trend lines example. This is for the bullish one. The bullish should connecting through the lows or the trough, first trough, second trough, and then it going to be extend. Look here, this is the example of the price action rejected nicely on the trend line without, well, plotting for the demand or the supply on this chart action. And the next one is the correct trend line for the bear setup. Here, I'm saying that you have to make adjustment on the trend line. It should be like this. The first one, it's quite, well, not that steep, okay, for the declination of its momentum of this its bullish momentum. So you have to align or adjust based on its previous or based on next movement like this. The first one, the second one, and then the price seems to have major or big volume breakdown in the downward momentum. So you have to adjust it like this, okay? Then, this is the incorrect trend line example. Look here, I have connected to the minor movement here. It was invalid, this is the minor movement, it was invalid like this, and then this is the minor, it was invalid. This is the minor, this is the minor. You should connecting through, well, the major. This is the major, this is the major, this is the major, this is the major, and this is the major. Not this small type of movement. This is wrong. Okay. Again, this is the incorrect trend line example. Another one. This is for the bullish side. Okay. Look here. Rather than I connect it to the major swing, which is here, here, and here, I have connected to the minor one here, here, and here. This is wrong. Why? If you are connecting trend line, you should have been a swing trader. If you are a swing trader, you want to make sure that your price or your take profit or your setup is going to last for days, not for 4 days. Okay? Maybe around 3 days, 4 days, or maybe a week if you are a swing trader. But if you are a scalper, well, you doesn't have to look for trend line because the trend line is the trend direction. If you are a scalper, you are moving against the trend. That's the main idea. Okay, well, this is the tips and tricks for you that so you can start drawing the trend line correctly. The first one is draw the line from the high or low price point, not the close price point. What I mean by that is you have to make sure that you draw your line based on the high point or the low point of the candle, not the closing price of the candle. Number 2 is do not draw on the sideways or base or even minor trend. Trend line should not work in the sideways momentum, the base momentum, or in the minor trend because it's gonna create some sort of false signal. Okay, and in the number 3 is the maximum of 3 adjustment of the trend line angle. I'm going to draw it for you so you can get a clear idea. First one is like this. Okay, the first one is, well, it's not quite aggressive for its trend line, but you see that, okay, I have to adjust it because the price or the structure itself moves in more aggressive volume in the 45 degrees momentum or 45 degrees angle departure. Well, you have to align or you have to adjust like this. Okay, and the third one, you see that the angle is more steeper than 45 degrees. You should have adjust again like this. After that, should you adjust it a bit more or should you adjust more than 3 times? I don't think you should have done that because 3 times of adjustment is enough. If you are having more than 3 times adjustment, you are going to create a false signal. That should be simple. Okay, and then let's go to the next one. Well, live study case on the chart. I'm going to open a chart and start drawing the trend line for you in the live study case. Okay, welcome to the chart, and let's see Bitcoin. Let's use Bitcoin as our trend line study case. Okay, let's use weekly because weekly market movement or the weekly structure is going to be cleaner than the daily, 4 hour, maybe an hour chart, or maybe a minute chart. Should be easier if you use the weekly. But if you are, well, going to draw your trend line, well, make sure that you are drawing in your major time frame, which is the 4 hour, daily, or weekly. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, first let's mention minimum of 2 types of the lows, major swing lows. Because it was a bullish structure here, we want to make sure that our trend line is going to reflect its bullish momentum. Should be like this. This is the first one. This is the second one, the major one. Why not this and why not this one? Because these 2 type of swing low, it's the minor one. Look at here. Okay, this is a very small swing, this is very small swing, and this is very small swing. But rather than this one, this is very big swing, and big swing. So we should have connecting through here. Okay, now after two times the price touch the trend line, the next one the price shouldn't touch, well, it doesn't come near in the trend line itself. So you have to adjust it. How to adjust it? First, take the swing point or the low swing low after the first one right here and connecting through the next swing. Look here, okay? The price right now rejecting the trend line, and in the next one is rejecting the trend line. Should be good. Okay, now let's go to the bearish setup. Let's check for the bearish setup. Okay, well, let's move to another pair, which is gold. Let's do gold. Let's look for the bearish setup here. Okay, here you are. Okay, let's move from here. This is the bearish setup on gold. You have to look onto the major swing or major swing high for the bearish setup. Remember, if you are connecting through the bullish setup, you want to connect your trend line to the swing low. But if you are wanting to connect the bearish setup or the bearish trend line, you want to make sure that your trend line itself touch the swing high. Okay, should be like this. This is the major, this is the major, this is the minor, this is the minor. So let's connecting through like this, and look, we should adjust the trend line. Let's go adjust the trend line. First adjustment like this. Okay, but look at here, the price already made a breakout. So if you are a trend line breakout trader, you want to, well, take a position here on the breakout, but actually the structure itself still on the bearish structure. You have to adjust it like this. The third adjustment, you took the third point and then forecast or extend to the right chart like this. Okay, let me extend it. Okay, nice. See, this is the extension of the third swing as the third trend line adjustment like this. Rejecting here, almost rejecting here, and the valid breakout here, it's our valid trend transition. Look here, see? That's why I'm talking about you should only adjust your trend line maximum of 3 times, not 4, not 5, but maximum of 3 times. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy and I hope you have an idea what is the best strategy, the best way to draw your trend line. By having the right method, by having the right materials for you to start looking and start drawing the trend line, it's going to, of course, boosting your profit probability. Well guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and comment in this video, and don't forget to follow our TikTok and Instagram so you can get notified if I made kind of video like this. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.